Hello, my name is Stanley Kurt Dodds. I go by Kurt, and I'm the instructor for Management 221, an Introduction to Management Information Systems. In this short video, I'm going to talk a little bit about IT competitive advantage and give a little object lesson to help us think about that. I've worked in IT for 30 years and in management for IT for the last 10 plus years. And oftentimes, while technology is really full of great ideas and innovations, one of the greatest challenges in IT leadership is helping an organization take full advantage of the capabilities that a new technology offers to an organization. And so I'm using a very simple example as an object lesson to help us think about one of those challenges. So sometimes the expectations for the kind of strategic advantage that one gets from information technology can be a bit misdirected. What I'm going to do is talk a little bit about email. Many of us are familiar with Gmail, and Gmail offers some very simple innovations. In fact, the simple user interface and the ubiquitous availability of access to email are some of the strengths that Gmail brings an organization. And I've been involved in several organizations who've adopted using Google for their primary email account for their users. So the thing about email is that one of the challenges is getting people to adopt new ways of interacting with a new technology and taking full advantage of the capabilities of that new technology. So many of us, if we used Outlook or some other email program in the past, would have different mechanisms for managing our email, our inbox. Common one is to create folders and then place emails as we read them and put them into folders and organize them that way. That's very common. But when people use Gmail, one of the first questions is, where are the folders? And then another pattern that was used in Outlook quite a bit was to sort your emails. And one of the first things you'll notice is there's really not a sort feature in Gmail. So I'm going to share my screen and demonstrate as I show you a very useful feature within Gmail for managing your email inbox. Okay, so here in a moment you should see my screen, my email. And let's say that I'm looking for that last email from Gear Express. I like to climb, and so Gear Express is a great place to get climbing gear for a really super great price. Well, the typical person is going to jump in and start scrolling, like, where's Gear Express? And I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, okay? And we'll miss the fact that, first of all, up at the top is a search box. And then many people miss the fact that there's a little tiny triangle at the far right side of the search box that opens up a form that you can fill out to describe the emails that you're interested in. Now, I'm going to close this form because I'm going to show you yet another way. Let's say that I want to go in here and I'm going to just check the box. And as I scan this, I'm going to look for any climbing related emails that I get. Okay. And so I'm going to start checking and scroll down my list. And here's another one. And actually, we'll leave Gear Express since I didn't get to Gear Express. Now, if I go up here, I've selected these. If I go here to the More button, you'll see a filter messages like these. So I can create a custom filter that matches automatically the emails that I've just selected. And I can click Create Filter with this search. I can apply a label, and I can type in a new label. And the new label is going to be climbing, and create. And I also check this. This is very important. Down here at the bottom, also apply filter to matching conversations. So I'm going to also apply, and then I'm going to create my filter. Okay. Now, you'll notice that right here in the left margin, I have a new label, and Google calls these labels. I'm going to make it bright green. Yeah, because green's like the outdoors, right? So climbing. And so you can see I have 1,533 emails related to climbing. Now, notice that I never did find Gear Express, so I'm going to type right up here in my search bar, Gear Express. Okay. And now I'm going to filter messages like these. And I don't need these words. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm going to go back and say, let's look at it this way. We'll go to my settings. So I'll show you the back way to get to this. And I can go to my labels, right? And I can find climbing in my list. Filters. All right, I'm going to edit my filter that I just created, and I'm going to add to the end of it, or gearexpress.com. Okay, and now I'm going to save that. And I'm going to pause my video while I